I think the Lakers had a very great performance today. I do note that the Lakers didn't even try in the first quarter. This is why you allow 45 points. 45 is about the 45th playoff series win for GOAT King LeBron James in his career to be 5-6 in the NBA Finals. This is why the loser Phoenix Suns scored 45 points in the first quarter of a game that was played on the 56th day of 2024. So loser Suns are overhyped. It was scripted for the loser Phoenix Suns to have a 45-point first quarter. And basically, the Lakers didn't even try. The common sense would dictate that the Lakers pretty much whipped the ass of the loser Phoenix Suns, basically outscoring the loser Phoenix Suns for the rest of the game. So the Lakers really showed that they are head and shoulders the far better team than the loser Phoenix Suns, but the Lakers are not supposed to be a favorite, so the loser Phoenix Suns had to win. They outscored him the rest of the way. And so, what do we have the rest of the way? 83 points for the Lakers, and then the loser Suns at 78. So, yeah, pretty much outside of not even trying in the first quarter. The Lakers beat the loser Phoenix Suns. The loser Phoenix Suns are supposed to be a huge, giant favorite. And a game like this today has me more inclined to believe that we are just not going to skip out on a loser Phoenix Suns series this year. People have short memories. People go off of recency bias. They go off of January and February instead of the whole body of work. The whole body of work, the Lakers beat the loser Phoenix Suns 3 times out of 5 times in the season, beat them in an elimination game of a key tournament to win a trophy. Loser Phoenix Suns cannot match that intensity. The loser Phoenix Suns can only beat them when it pretty much doesn't matter. The loser Suns get out the number 6 seed for all I care about. Go LeBron don't care about no number 6 seed. He don't give a damn about that. He knows he can win as a playing team, and that's what it comes down to. 42 playoff series wins for Goat LeBron James. 3 in the play-in tournament. That's 45. That's Kobe's age. That's his 45th playoff series win of his career. Go LeBron James. That's the 45 wins in the NBA Finals during the career of Bill Russell. It's clear what Go LeBron is about to do. Now, entering the contest today, Go LeBron James was 102 points away from reaching 40,000 points. He absolutely will get the 40K against the Denver Nuggets. He will do so. Another milestone on national TV on ABC. We in prime time. We in Hollywood Saturday night. The stars are out. Bright, dark night. The light shining bright at the crib. Then go LeBron James with the whole country watching makes history yet again. The first time we have seen an NBA player reach 40,000 points. Let's all congratulate GOAT King LeBron James in advance because he scored, I believe, 26 points today. So he is on track to do so on Saturday. He's going to do so to knock off the defending champion. That the Clippers game is meaningless. What it comes down to is the all-time scoring king, GOAT King LeBron James, as he sets another milestone to get that long-awaited, elusive first win of the year against the Denver Nuggets. The last game they put together a hell of a fight without Vanderbilt, without Vincent, without D'Angelo Russell, and you only lose by 8. The Lakers are ready to whip the ass of the Denver Nuggets. I'll tell you that. It don't matter if the Clippers beat the Lakers. I mean, they can be 1-3 since the All-Star break, and LA's 13. So that could very well happen, obviously, because Devin Booker is also the 13th pick, and loser Suns are gonna be 1-3 in the finals when they win in 2025. This year's obviously about the Lakers. Next year's about the loser Phoenix Suns. I don't quit us! of your mind. Stop doing drugs. Wake up. This is the greatest, magnificent opportunity to not let your guard down, to not blow it and take advantage of the greatest underdog in the history of the NBA. You really want to give up and be a quitting-ass buck. Because Kobe, he would be calling you a quitting-ass buck. I am done with the beta-ass faggots out there that are crying because, I'm here on the play. I can't get number 3. See, I'm done with you betas. You betas ain't nothing. You ain't got no mama mentality at all. Get with the program. They magical title for their first title since at the magical land of Disney World. Break through the conditioning. The media is trying to control your thoughts. They are trying to control you and to make you scared of the narrative. There ain't no mangas at all. This team showed to me today that they are the best team in the NBA. They showed to me against the Denver Nuggets, losing by single digits, that they beat the ass of the Denver Nuggets without much of the squad, without one of your big 3. They're one of the only 3 teams to beat the Celtics at the Bank North Garden this year without goalkeeper, without Anthony Davis. It's just about staying healthy. I've been telling you this was the process that worked last year. It got you to the conference finals. We are done building up the Lakers Nuggets rivalry. You had to have one team win each time. The Lakers won in 2020. Nuggets won in 2023. Okay? You have a rivalry. You have a tie-breaking series. Who gets the bragging rights this decade? You don't have to be mad at all. This game is meaningless. You just got to look at the big picture. They don't whip the ass of the Denver Nuggets. They beat the loser Phoenix 3 out of 5 times. They beat the Clippers 2 times this year. They beat the Celtics. They beat teams this year. Come on now. Don't be mad. They're never supposed to win anyways. They didn't want to win the game. They didn't even try in the first quarter. The game was rigged for the loser Phoenix Suns. They didn't even try. They outscored them for the last 3 quarters. That's how you fix a game. You don't even try for 1 quarter. Well, that quarter, it wasn't the lead in the second half, and they decided not to try in the third quarter. They decide that they were not going to try in the first quarter, that the loser Phoenix Suns were going to just cruise control the rest of the way. This is how people are programmed and psyoped and conditioned to believe that the loser Phoenix Suns are winning the championship. Out of your mind if you think the loser Phoenix Suns are winning the championship. Oh, yeah. That game at Boston was fake. That was a Laker win. That's fake. That game was fake. There ain't no way. But this is the magical year. Unexpected happened in the year of the magical title. Of course, the magical titles happened. That was a magical win at the Bank North Garden right there. And they really have these guys in a position to where y'all beat the Celtics without goalkeeper LeBron and Anthony Davis, and y'all trailing them 3-2 with goalkeeper and Anthony Davis. This is what's going to go down when we down 3-2 in the game 6 and the game 7 come up, and then all we see is what makes Laker legends. Goalkeeper LeBron and Anthony Davis. These guys play out of their minds and out of this world when they legacies are on the line. This is what Game 6 and Game 7 of the NBA Finals is all about. This is what will make this one of the greatest championship rides ever. The Magic Johnson was never ever, I would say, the Magic was always a 1 or 2 seed Kobe was always a 1 and 2 seed when he won. You see, this is what would make this the greatest Laker championship ever. It's the most magical underdog style championship out there. It really is not that difficult. It's only difficult if one mentally wants to make it difficult, but it doesn't have to be difficult. They were a huge favorite at the bubble. It was not a magical title at Disney World, but for the first title, for the next title, since winning at Disney World, at the magical land of Disney World, is going to happen in magical fashion. And the great thing is that even when they're in the play, we already see them go as far to the conference finals. Every game was rigged, but basically every game was a tight 50-50 entering the fourth quarter. That's how you know that, Nuggets, it was all fake for the Nuggets. It was all fake for the Nuggets. Because if they really wanted to, they could have had the series tied 2-2, what have you. You could give the Nuggets game 5, game 6. But you go LeBron gets swept, and they think, LeBron is done. So the Lakers getting swept, and people think, they got swept because LeBron is old and he's washed up. But all we see was the highlight reels from LeBron James to steal and the dunk break there on Sports Center. And then another great pass. He's in the middle, and the paint, he dishes it out. He has never, ever taken a step back, LeBron James. He may be driving less to the basket, but he is still the same LeBron James that we are all accustomed to seeing. The guy creating magic with his vision and his elite passing skills. The guy that is a great outside shooter. The guy who will always look the most fundamental thing in basketball is playing to find the open man. And they ripped this guy for not taking shots and being ISO, but this is how high IQ he is that he will always settle on the open man. His trust in his teammates is what separates him from the legends out there who do not trust the teammates. Kobe certainly didn't trust teammates. This is why he shot 20, 30 times a game. That is something that you cannot teach. That takes a lot of discipline. But if LeBron James plays this year in the following, where was he? 38 to 40? Yeah, we'd be looking at the range. I'd say the range will have to be 42 to 44,000 points for the end of LeBron's career if he does play for 23 years. Since bearing a 60, bearing the injury that he's out for 3 months or something like that, the range, if I've calculated correctly, it would have to be somewhere from 42 to 44K. I mean, GOAT's 43, so if it's 43K, that may explain why. But yeah, March the 2nd, LeBron James is ready to make history. We're going to beat the Nuggets. It is at Staples, obviously. The Lakers are back home. They get to spend a whole week, kick it back, take it easy. Get the 22nd win at home against the Nuggets. LeBron enters the finals with 22 wins. 22 finals wins to his belt. He'd enter the finals with 22 wins at Boston. Well, yeah, we'll see. Nuggets have 3 games. The Kings are tough. Then the Heat, well, finals matchup, whatever. You never know, obviously, but we could be looking at the 21st loss for the Nuggets against the Lakers on Saturday, March the 2nd. Warriors, Kings, and Heat and Lakers is a pretty tough stretch. And the Nuggets It can be their 15th loss away from Denver. 15 is the big Kobe number. And so, yeah, they can enter with 40 wins against the LA Lakers. That's kind of how I looked at the Denver Nuggets, regardless of which team they beat, which team they lose to between Sacramento and Miami. That probably makes the most sense for the Denver Nuggets as far as the record that they enter Saturday with. But it is a Laker victory incoming this year. Yeah, obviously, Joakim LeBron James is the greatest ever. The guys are rolling it back. The big three have more time together. Darvin Ham gets another year to his belt. You got football players that can play through torn ACLs, what have you. Vanderbilt will find a way to play. He's gonna have uh, Mamba. He's gonna have Mamba raging in his head. There's just no doubt that some of these guys are gonna play through injury. So Vanderbilt is not out for the year, but he will be back, and he's gonna be hard nosed, play through some pain, get surgery if you have to after the year. I know Jared Vanderbilt is gonna be ready. There's no doubt about it. But this is really the coronation that we are seeing right here. Still play at the highest level in the most competitive conference ever at such a late advanced stage. Coach LeBron played a much harder era than Michael Jordan's. It would be, you know, there's going to be no six different champion this year. It ends at five. Five championships in the last 6 years when the Lakers to win the championship again. Raptors, Bucks, Warriors, Lakers, and the Nuggets. There's no competition in the Eastern Conference. You really only have two or three teams. There's no competition. You can look at the Western Conference, and anyone can say, "Hey, Nuggets are going to win the conference. Oh, Lakers is going to win the conference. Oh, the Clippers are going to win the conference. Oh, the Thunder are going to win the conference. So the Timberwolves are going to win the conference." The Dallas Mavericks can win the conference. This is what we're referring to. The Western Conference is a conference where people can make the case for 5 to 8 teams to win the conference. I'm not exaggerating. It's been that way for years, but I say that both LeBron James and Kevin Durant all in the Western Conference was obviously resulted in a huge power shift, and the fact that the Thunder have did much better in terms of player development versus the majority of teams in the East. I can see a scenario where the Lakers are 3-3 to begin the second half of the year. People will freak out, but really, for me, uh, Well, season begins in March. You just begin with March, and hey, February's over. Like, uh, a month, a month from now will be the playoffs. So March is when we turn up, and it will all start against the Denver Nuggets, and get the excuses out. People will cry about the refs. So it was rigged for LeBron. I'm trying to think about what the haters are going to say about that game. I mean, well, Nuggets didn't try for go LeBron or something. I don't know what the haters are going to be saying after Saturday. I don't know what they're about to say. Uh, I'm not going to try to beat them 2 or 3 times this year. I mean that number 6 is just very. Bill Russell's the most famous number 6 that passed away, and after his death is when the Lakers surpass the Celtics. Not right away, but uh, the second season since he retired is when we see the Lakers surpass the Celtics. CPA about to go away as well. If you're a member of the Clippers and you want to maximize your earnings, you want the Lakers against Celtics. If you're a player on the Bucks, you want the Lakers against Celtics before the next CBA kicks in. This is what gets you paid at the end of the day, is taking the back seat and having the most lucrative, profitable matchup right before the expiration of the current CBA happens. So the players and the owners can negotiate and have leverage to have even bigger contract and a bigger windfall in profit distributions from the TV deals. Branding is not an issue for the Lakers and the Celtics. If you know basketball and live in Europe or Philippines or China, what have you, you're gonna know the history and the two teams. The Celtics are just, they are world beaters. They the, they destroyed the New York Knicks. So this might as well be Cavs against Warriors. The Lakers are gonna go up against Celtics, and they're gonna shock the world against the Celtics. And they left us with a little cue there with the win at the Garden without goalkeeper LeBron Anthony Davis. It don't matter if the Celtics look like road beaters to begin the finals. It won't matter because the Warriors look like road beaters to begin the 2016 finals. So it will not make a difference at the end of the day. I know the Lakers can beat the ass of any team out there, anyways, if it were not simply scripted. But I'm already very interested to see what the box score for the game is going to reveal on Saturday. I mean, 3-2, March the 2nd, or, the second day of the third month. It can be written out like 23, like Gamachia King. It certainly can. And plus, what I like about March the 2nd, too, March the 2nd is the 61st. It's really the 62nd day of the leap year. And Goat King LeBron James, obviously, improve to 6-2 in the playoffs against the Celtics to win the next championship. Then, of course, the Nuggets represent the prior champion. So I will look forward to the breakdown Saturday, Sunday, but no chance he doesn't reach 40,000 in any other game other than the Nuggets. He's got to do it on the night against the Denver Nuggets.